Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the filter function. Now, if you're not familiar with the filter function, filter allows you to take a set of data and based on the condition, pull in only the relevant information you're looking for. Now, while filter is a great tool, it isn't limited to just one sheet in your Excel workbook. You can actually use it to pull in multiple tabs of information to find what you're looking for. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we have some membership data here. And as you can see from the tabs below, it does span several years. We've actually got 5 years of member data, including the year, the member number, name, age, how many years they've been a member, their value rating, which will say the company gives them a rating based on their purchases, and if an incentive was awarded to the member for that year. Now they all share the same columns, and we could certainly apply a filter to the top row and search each one. But if you want to filter on all the data, we can do that easily with the filter function with the help of the VSTACK formula to pull in all our data. So if I go here to the member summary, I've got the same column headings as you'll find in all the other tabs. And we've got a search bar here that we're going to use to enter the member last name to look up their historical data. We can check their value ratings, we can check the member incentives. And the hope is that when we pull it in, we'll be able to see the difference in years, the relevant age at the time, and how many years they've been a member. Now, there are other ways that we could do this. Some of those are more complicated and require a much larger formula. But to get started, let's pull in all our data. So since each tab begins with the year column, we'll place our formula there. The VSTACK formula actually takes a subsection of the data or the entire data range from multiple sources and stacks them on top of each other. So you can see with VSTACK, we have array 1, array 2, and so on. So what we'll do is for our first array, we'll go to the most recent year. You don't need to pull in the headings. We'll just highlight all the columns, Control-Shift-Down arrow. And now, instead of going into each tab to do the same thing, what we can do is we can hold the Shift button down and click our last tab, and that's going to pull in everything. Now, if you just wanted to use certain tabs, certain historical years, you could just hold down the Control key instead of Shift and select the ones you want. But we've got the data we need, so let's close off our parentheses and hit Enter. Now, if I scroll down here, see all our data, 2023, 2022. We've got these blank rows here. Keep going, we got more blank rows. These are the rows where there's no data entered. If we go back up, you can see from our formula here, we selected A2 to H53. So that's going to pull A2 to H53 in every tab. Now, if there's no data there, it's going to represent as zeros. Now, I could certainly use some conditional formatting to hide the zeros, but we don't want that. Then you're just going to have some blank empty rows in between your data. So this is where the filter function comes in. First thing we want to do is we want to filter out the blank rows. So I'll go ahead and I'll place filter right in front of our VSTACK. I'm going to go ahead and copy our VSTACK formula, place a comma, and paste that in. Now you see here in the filter, it says we have our array. The second argument, which we just pasted, is what we want to include. And we want to include everything that does not have a blank value. So we'll do our VSTACK, not equal to, and then we'll just put double quotes for empty space. So if I close that off, hit enter. Now this include option is not going to work if we leave all these columns in here. It wants to search by an individual column. So what we can do is change H53 to A53. Go ahead and close that off, hit enter, and let's scroll down. And no more blank cells, perfect. Now that we've gotten rid of the blank rows, we want to add a search function in here so that when we type a member's last name, we can search up their history. So to do that, we'll go back into our filter function, and we already have this include option in here for non-blank rows. To add to that, we first want to wrap this in parentheses, identifying that as our first argument of the include. Then we want to add the asterisk, which tells the filter function there's going to be an additional clause or condition in there. So go ahead and copy the VSTACK from the include, Control C. We'll paste that before our closing parentheses. Let's open that up. Now we don't want it to search for blank. We want to search rows to see if the last name is equal to whatever we enter here in E2. Now, before we hit enter, keep in mind that we're only looking at these A2 to A53. There's no name entered in A2 through A53. Those are our years. The last name is actually in our column D for all the tabs. So we want to change that, column D. Now hit enter. Now we got a calculation error because we don't have anything entered. I believe we have a Briggs in there. And there you go, Briggs. Let's try a different one. We have Emmy and Alex Watts. And you can see it's sorted by the years, giving us their member numbers, full name, age, how many years they've been a member, their value rating, and awarded incentives. Now let's go back to that calculation error. If I leave that blank, we've got this calculation error. And you would get the same thing if you search for a name that's not actually in the data. So we could say Smith. Smith's not in there, so it's going to give you this error. To get rid of the error, we just have to adjust the formula a little bit more. If we go back to the end of the filter function, you see here it's got an argument for if empty. And if empty, you can specify the output if there is an error, or in this case, if there's no matching value. So we'll add a comma, and you could really type whatever you want in here. We could put no results found, hit enter. We could space that out. So again, let's bring up Watts. All right, maybe there's a Johnson in there. Nope, no results found. You could also change this to pull the whole data set back up instead of leaving a message. To do that, we could just change our no results found to another filter function. But we're gonna stop right where we get rid of our empty rows. So if I copy that, bring that in here, paste it, add an extra closing parentheses in there, hit enter. So we know we have Watts, we know we have Briggs, we know we do not have Smith, so it gives us everything all over again. Now you don't have to stop there for a multiple sheet filter function. You can make it more interactive by filtering on your results as you type them in. And to do that, you'll want to pay attention to this next video.